Golden Baes? Welcome back to another video. My name is Dominique if you are new, and if you are not new, welcome. Thank you so much for coming back to watch another video, Golden Bae. And if you are a returning Golden Bae, then you're probably like, girl, where have you been? I know, long time no speak. I missed you guys so much. As you guys know, I am a second semester nursing student. I also just launched my very own business. If you have not already, make sure you go ahead and shop now. Also, make sure you follow us on social media at DCD Galore on Instagram and on Twitter. And in addition to launching my very own business, I also do work part-time. So I've been juggling those three things, and unfortunately I did have to put YouTube on the back burner, but I'm so happy to finally feel that I'm ready to add YouTube back onto my plate, because I miss you guys. And although I was gone, you guys know I was posting on social media, Twitter as usual, also on the community channel here. So that is why I tell you guys to go ahead and follow me on social media, because as you guys probably already figured out, it's much easier for me to just post something on Instagram or send a tweet or something like that versus sitting down and making a YouTube video. So that is why I did have to put YouTube on the back burner. This video, as you can see from the title down below, is a highly requested video. I always get asked, Dominique, what equipment do you use for your channel? What equipment should I use to start out? So I'm very happy to be coming back with some heat, y'all. I'm ready to go ahead and spill everything that I use for my channel, things that I did and things that I started out with when I started my YouTube channel. Also, speaking of YouTube, thank you guys so much for 10,000 subscribers. I'm so happy that our community is growing. I'm even more happy that my videos are able to help you guys, and I pray and I hope that I can continue to push out videos that will help you guys. So again, thank you. I am so grateful. I remember like it was yesterday I hit 1,000 subscribers, and look now, a few months later I'm at 10,000 subscribers. So again, thank you guys so much, and let me stop rambling. Let's go ahead and get straight into this video. Okay, so the first piece of equipment that I'm going to cover are cameras. That is probably the most frequent asked question that I get regarding my YouTube equipment is, what camera do you use? What camera did you start out with? Things like that. What kind of camera should I get to start? What type of camera should I get now? So let's go ahead and talk cameras. I started YouTube using my phone, and that is what I recommend for anybody and everybody who is starting a channel. Now that answers the most frequent question. Start your channel with your phone. You do not need a camera. You don't need this. You don't need that. Start with the device that you have now, especially if you have an iPhone. I believe I had an iPhone 7 Plus or 8 Plus, one of the two, and I literally just, I didn't do that, okay? Don't do that. Another question that I get regarding using your phone for YouTube is, should I use the front camera or should I use the back camera? So I personally use the front camera only because it allowed me to see myself, and that was the main thing that I needed and I wanted, was to of course see myself. I wanted to see how my hair looked. I wanted to make sure I was in frame. So you can use your back camera if you would like to. The only thing is, and the only disadvantage is, of course, you cannot see yourself. A pro tip that I've seen a lot of people do is put a mirror behind your phone, so it would literally look like this. So here's the phone and here's a mirror. You would have to like look over the phone a little bit, but that is the alternative to being able to use your back camera and also seeing yourself. Even start out with your iPad. If you have an iPad, it's a bigger screen. Also, especially if you're doing a video that requires your phone, I don't know, like a Q&A or something like that, then you know you can keep your phone in your hand and record at the same time. And what's funny is, also when I started my channel with my phone, I had my phone propped up on shoe boxes. I did have a little tripod. It was a very cheap tripod. I believe it was a tripod from the little selfie stick. I like unhooked that and I put it in like a little vase or something like that so it can stand up. And then I also had it behind some shoe boxes. Y'all, I had to make something work. We had to make something shake because I didn't have any equipment. I didn't have a ring light. I didn't have a camera. I didn't have a good tripod. My tripod was flimsy, so I did make it work, and you can make it work as well. You do not need fancy equipment to start your channel, and I know that is what a lot of times stop people from starting their channel, because they feel like they need a camera. They feel like they need a ring light. They feel like they need the $50, $60 tripod. You do not need it. Get some shoe boxes, get a flimsy tripod if you want. Spend money on a tripod to hold your phone. That's it. Other than that, you do not need anything else. I promise you. Once I started to see that my channel was growing and I had the money, I went ahead and invested in a camera. A lot of you asked me also, what type of camera do I have? I have the Canon G7X Mark II. I also have a whole unboxing video on this camera, so that's why I'm not going to go into detail about this camera, because I have a whole video on that. So if you'd like, I would go ahead and finish this video and then go ahead and go over to that video. I'll also link it in the description box down below so you can easily get to it. But I did go ahead and purchase the Canon G7X Mark II. It did cost a little pretty penny. It was about $1,000. Now when it came to picking out this camera, I did do a lot of research. What really made me gravitate towards it was, one, the quality, of course. Two, it is very versatile. It is great for both sit down videos and it's also great for vlogs. It has a great focusing setting, so if I move this way, it focuses. If I move that way, it focuses. If I put something up in front of the camera, it will focus. This camera is perfect. I love this camera. I absolutely adore this camera, and I would highly suggest, if you are looking for a camera, then first watch my Canon G7X unboxing video and then go ahead and purchase it if you like. Another deal breaker for me when it came to looking for a camera was looking for something that was lightweight, especially because I said I wanted to vlog and I didn't want to carry around a very heavy camera. Like, nobody wants that. I barely want to carry my phone. So I definitely love that this camera is super lightweight, and of course it has a flip up screen so I am able to see myself. Now when it came to buying a camera, the main thing that I needed was conveniency, and you guys will hear that throughout the video. When it comes to buying equipment, it is because buying equipment is more convenient, and I'll explain later as we go through the equipment. I'll tell you guys why. So of course with buying a camera, it allowed me to have my phone free. When vlogging, I could text, I can get on the phone, things like that. I didn't have to stop recording and then do what I had to do, start recording again. No, that is one good thing about having a camera, is its convenience. That is all that I'm going to cover regarding this camera. Again, check the description box down below to go ahead and watch my unboxing video specifically for this camera. When I got it, you guys will hear me talk about it and everything like that. Now if you decide to buy a camera, you will also be in the market for memory cards. I love the SanDisk brand. I usually get the 256 gigabytes minimum, only because I feel like getting a 64 and things like that, it really does not benefit me, and I hate having to change out my memory card so often. I want to be able to sit down and record a full hour video or a full 30-45 minute video without my camera telling me that the memory card is full. So again, I love the SanDisk brand. You will have a lot of space when it comes to recording. Now other little things that I did buy for my camera was like a screen protector. Like a phone, it can get scratched, and I want to keep my camera as nice as possible because I'm gonna have it for a very long time. I am not getting rid of this camera until it is falling apart. So I did go ahead and purchase a screen protector. I did also buy a little memory card holder. Like I said, with the camera you will be purchasing memory cards, and if you're like me, then you'll probably have like 5 or 6. So I do like to have this little memory card holder. Nothing special, but it definitely keeps my memory cards organized, and also it keeps them from not getting lost. Now I cannot explain to you guys how many times I've misplaced one of these memory cards, and thank God I found them, because it's sitting on my dresser, or it ended up on the floor because Lily jumped on the dresser and knocked it off. This was only about $5 or $6, but it's definitely a life changer, definitely a game changer, because my memory cards don't end up behind the bed, under the bed, in the kitchen, almost in the sink because of Lily. This will be listed in my Amazon storefront, as well as my Canon G7X Mark II screen protectors. So now let's go ahead and move on to lighting. Now when I started, again, I was using natural sunlight. I am using natural sunlight right now. That's probably why you guys see it gets bright and then it gets dark, it gets bright and then it gets dark. It's because I'm using natural lighting. Now the benefits of natural lighting is it's natural. It's not going to wash you out. As long as you have a camera that will focus on you, as soon as that light goes up, the camera will go ahead and constrict, just like the eyes, to let less light in. So I love natural lighting. I've been using natural lighting lately in my videos, and it's because I notice when I have a ring light, it's just a little bit too washed out for me, and I know how to fix that. I just have to go ahead and buy the equipment. So until then, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and stick with natural lighting. It has been doing the job for me. That is another question that I get, is what lighting source do you use? When I first started, I used natural lighting. Again, as my channel got bigger, as my channel started to grow, and as I became more consistent, I went ahead and invested in this equipment. So I went ahead and purchased a newer ring light on Amazon. I also have an unboxing video on that as well. That too will be in the description box. So again, conveniency. The reason why I purchased a ring light is, one, because it is a bigger light source, but the main reason was sometimes I would record at night, and a lot of you probably wouldn't even notice, and it's because I have a ring light. Sometimes I come home and I record at 8 o'clock in the evening, 9 o'clock in the evening. It fits in my schedule. I can record after work. Versus natural lighting, you can't record at night because your light source is gone, unless you have like LED lights in your room and stuff like that. That's different. But when it came to conveniency, it was definitely much easier for me to use my ring light and sit down at 11 o'clock at night and record a video. Whichever light source you decide to use, whether it's natural or whether it's a ring light, make sure you are sitting behind the light. Just like I have my camera right here posted on the ring light, I am sitting behind the light. Just like I'm using the window, I am sitting behind the window. You do not want to have your back towards your lighting because it will literally be dark. So make sure you are behind the light. Make sure the light is hitting you. Now, as far as ring lights, like I said, my very first ring light was a newer ring light. Again, I'll have that video listed in the description box down below. But that ring light was from Amazon. It will also be in my Amazon storefront. So check my Amazon storefront for all products that I say is from Amazon. It will be listed in there. I will make a specific category for YouTube equipment. So when it came to the newer ring light compared to the ring light that I have right now, which is a sun pack ring light, one, the newer ring light was cheaper. It is definitely, in my opinion, a beginner ring light. It was much more cheaper, and I can say the quality was much lower than the ring light that I have now. Also, y'all, it took me a long time to set that ring light up. I don't know if I was tired, but it took me a minute, okay? I don't know what was up with the newer ring light. I don't know what they had going on, but it took me like 45 minutes to set it up. The reason why I got rid of the newer ring light was because my cord that hooked up into the wall, of course, had a shortage, and I just couldn't do anymore. I was just getting annoyed. When it came time to record, I'd have to like jiggle the cord, put it up, like it was too much. So I just went ahead and decided to buy a more expensive, and I can definitely see the quality difference, sun pack ring light. Moving on to editing. So you got your camera, you got your lighting, you did your video, boom, now it's time to edit. I use iMovie and I also use Final Cut Pro. It just depends on the type of video that I'm doing. If I'm doing a more fancy video, all special type of edits, then I will use Final Cut Pro. But if it is just a dry cut video, maybe a voiceover, then I will go ahead and use iMovie. Now, iMovie is available in the Apple Store. It is free. You don't have to pay for it. It's available on your phone. It's available on your tablet, your computer, whatever it is, you can edit on the go. Love iMovie. I'll never be against iMovie, and did I mention that it's free? Now let's talk about Final Cut Pro. Now the first thing that you guys need to know is that Final Cut Pro is not free. Also, it is not cheap. Final Cut Pro is a nice $300. However, it is a much more fancy schmancy dancy editing software. You definitely get your money's worth with Final Cut Pro. You get all type of transitions, you get all type of titles, which is also known as text on the screen, and things like that. You get a lot for your money. So that's one thing that I can say, but it is $300 and you do not need it to start off with. iMovie is much more easier to navigate. It's literally cut, you know, rewind, things like that. It's super simple. Now Final Cut Pro is a little bit more challenging when it comes to editing, and again, that balances out with all of the fancy schmancy stuff that it can do, and you'll probably spend a lot of time learning how to use Final Cut Pro, which isn't a problem because of course that's what I had to do. I had to sit down and put a few clips in and just play around with the settings, play around with the audio and things like that. But those are the two editing softwares that I currently use, iMovie and Final Cut Pro. Now the last piece of equipment I will be mentioning are microphones. Now microphones are very important when it comes to doing a voiceover, and you can do voiceovers for numerous types of videos, try on hauls, tutorials, things like that. You guys know I have a lot of voiceovers here on my channel, especially when it comes to me showing you guys how I study. And even now I'm about to sit down and do my plan with me video, and it requires a voiceover. So I thought that mentioning microphones too will be very important. Now of course your phone comes with a microphone. Now this is the free version of a microphone. Like I said, your phone does a lot of things. It is free. Although you did pay for the phone, you can easily record, and also you can record your voiceovers with your phone. You just simply go into the voice record setting. After you're finished, you can go ahead and airdrop it to whatever device you're using, or simply go into iMovie on your phone and put it in there and go ahead and edit. Now that is the easy version. That is the free version of having a microphone for your voiceovers. I just recently purchased a new microphone for my channel. As you guys know, I am growing, so I am trying to improve my channel quality. I am trying to, you know, just make everything much nicer for you guys, but also to conveniency. It is much easier for me to have an external microphone than to sit here and use my phone. So I did purchase a new microphone, however I have not used it yet, so I'm really excited to be using this microphone. And like I said, I'm about to go ahead and do my plan with me video, and it requires a voiceover, so I will be taking this microphone out of the box. I do have it here, so I'm going to be showing you guys what microphone I purchased. This is the microphone that I went ahead and purchased. It is the Snowball Ice plug and play USB microphone, and of course it is a external microphone because I have to plug it in and import, you know, the audio onto my editing software. So again, the reason why I purchased this is because one, I want to improve my quality, although there was really nothing wrong with me using my iPhone for my voiceovers, and two, also convenience. Like I said, you guys, a lot of things that I purchase and a lot of things that a lot of people purchase is for one, convenience, and to improve their channel quality. Now I don't know if they have a whole bunch of colors, but I've only seen the black and the white one, and I really wanted the white one, but the white one just kept going out of stock. So I went ahead and put on a notification for them to notify me when the white one came back in stock, and I went ahead and hopped on it because I was very hesitant to buying this because, like I said, I was using my phone and I was fine with it. But I was like, I do want to go ahead and get a USB plug-up microphone and, you know, just hook it into my computer and use it that way. So as soon as I got the email notification, I was like, Dom, let's just go ahead and buy it. Now this was, I believe, about $50 to $60. It's not that expensive, but again, if you're just starting out, you do not need this. You do not need this microphone. Just use your iPhone and you'll be perfectly fine. So you guys, that is going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I hope this video has really helped someone who is looking to start a channel. Before I go, I just want to say again, you do not need the fancy equipment. It is only for convenience, and honestly, sometimes it is to improve your channel quality. Like I said, the quality of my iPhone versus the quality of my camera, it is different. The quality that my camera gives is much more smoother than an iPhone. I do admit that. However, you do not need that to start off. One, because it can get very pricey. You do not need it to start off with. Trust me, I was where you was at one point in time where I had 36 subscribers and I was using my phone and I was totally fine with it. You just want to get your channel started, get consistent, get dedicated, get disciplined to doing videos, and then you'll start to see your channel grow. And at that time, you can go ahead and begin to purchase your better quality equipment. Now, before I go, I did want to go ahead and announce that I will be hosting a YouTube class, and I'm really excited about this because I I too get emails about you guys wanting to start a YouTube channel, or not knowing what to do now that you have the YouTube channel and how to make your channel grow. So I will be hosting a YouTube class. I will be taking on about 3 to 5 students at a time, and I will be teaching you guys more about YouTube, more than just equipment, because there is so much more to YouTube, specifically YouTube analytics, that a lot of you need to learn in order to get your channel growing. So again, I will be taking on 3 to 5 students, not as of yet. I will make an announcement on my website, on my business Instagram. So again, make sure you are following us, make sure you are subscribed to our email subscription list, because I will be taking on these students and I will be going on their channel literally and looking at their analytics, looking at what they're doing, looking at their videos. We're going to get into intros, outros, thumbnails, everything. I'm literally going to dissect your channel and help you grow. So if you are interested in this, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to my channel, because of course I'm going to announce it on here when it's open. Also, make sure you go ahead and follow my business Instagram. Also subscribe to our email subscription list. But that is going to go ahead and conclude this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for supporting me. Again, thank you guys for 10,000 subscribers. Again, if you have not already, follow me on my social medias. Follow my business social medias as well. Make sure you go ahead and shop DCD galore. Thank you guys again so much. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.